private green room. Get the fuck out the green room.
Get the fuck out the green room.
He's the GOAT, okay? It doesn't matter if you're on the show. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, oh, bro, get out of here.
Not that he would ever do that. I'm just using that as an example, but it's just like, it's because I was chilling in the green room and he was the nicest dude ever. So that was a bad example. Yeah. He didn't kick me out.
No, all the
But I'm
top
just using
comics,
that as an example. It's just like, just say, oh, okay. That's it.
So, bro, that's such a good point.
Oh, Martin Lawrence is rolling up with his bodyguard. Can you leave this area? You're going to get mad about that? No.
Just respect the game.
Just get out of the way. When you get a bodyguard, I'll kick that next guy out. Go get a bodyguard, and I'll shut my fucking mouth.
Go be Big Mama's house, too.
Yeah. Go be a star in 20 films and gross $800 million.
And also be one of the best comics and most respected comedian. Like, what I love about the Comedy Store, bro, is you don't have to be famous. Like, nigga, I walk around that bitch, and I'm not Dave Chappelle, anybody, but I walk around and I'm not like, oh, I'm nervous, because it's like, oh, it's if you're a good comic, bro, and if you're chill, everybody's cool. That's why it's like, people love to ask, like, oh man, how's Joe Rogan, or oh man, how's Whitney Cummings, or how's this comic, or whoever their favorite comic is, bro, and it's like, bro, that nigga's cool as shit. That motherfucker's cool as fuck, and that's why they're that person. It's because they're cool to this, like, in this world of comics.
Yeah,
it's one in a blue moon where a comic is asshole to other comics. That's one in a blue moon, man. It does happen. The shit happens. The shit fucking happens. But it's once in a blue moon, bro. But like that person will eventually ostracize himself from the community, because it is a community.
Yeah, they will.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually,
you can only be an asshole for so long.
For so long, bro.
If you're an asshole to too many people, it's like...
And even if you are famous or whatever, your fame will run out. And the rest of the community is like, oh, we were cool with you because you were famous, but, whatever. Like...
You know who they are. I've seen other famous fucks see certain famous fucks on the lineup be like, oh, man. Like, they don't want to do the show anymore.
Bro, that shit's hilarious. When you
They're not going to be vocal about it and be like, fuck this guy, I'm out. But it's just like, oh, you can see. And if it's a friend, they're like, oh, sweet. Fucking Tom Green's on it. I love him. Or whatever, Oh,
that was my favorite thing, being a door guy, bro, is in parking cars and just being in the right place, right time. You'll hear some famous motherfucking shit on another famous fucker. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
You have no idea.
They don't like him.
But they were in a movie together.
But not on some like, oh, they like think he's an asshole. They just like, bro, that motherfucker's a hack. That motherfucker's trash. And you're like, I also think he's trash. It's good to know that a real comic agrees. That's why I love the Comedy Store, because it's like the club is about comedy, bro. The club is about stand-up fool, and you either cool, or you either a good comic, you're either a really strong comic, or you're not. And not every comic at the Comedy Store is a strong comic. That's obviously not what I'm saying. They're obviously, but they were cool with everybody. You can be cool with everybody, but the people who aren't in, it's like, nigga, you were either not funny enough, or you weren't cool.
Or you're annoying.
That's why you're not in.
You're annoying and you're the pesky Pete, and then everyone goes, ooh. But let me do, I just realized something. It's the first time I'm stepping up as an interviewee on my own fucking podcast. What was the coolest moment when you were working as a door guy or performing at the Comedy Store? Like, I know you've seen some shit. Like, what was like a crazy moment or like just cool? Just like, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm glad to be here tonight.
It's so many right through my head. Like, I mean, the interactions.
Say a few of them.
The interactions I had with Dave Chappelle have been amazing.
Nicest dude ever.
He's the
nicest dude ever.
He bumped me once, but it was one of the best experiences of my life. He bumped me in the belly room, and there was two people about to go up. Matt, Daddy Lockwood, another door guy, a friend of mine, really good dude, one of my best friends. He's bringing up, and he doesn't know
who he is. He's my worst guest on here.
Oh, he sucks. That guy, the guy you hated the most on this podcast.
Though. I love him. He's one of my best buds. I love that guy. He's so funny.
He's up, and he doesn't know Dave Chappelle's in the room watching him. He has no idea. I'm next, so I'm like, bro, come on, fucking, let's go. He's saying shit like, oh man, this next guy, he's he used to sleep on my couch. He did this, he did that. Like, he's just talking shit. Like, he's not a good comic. He's okay, but I kind of, he has a couple good jokes. He's just talking shit. And then Dave Chappelle goes, all right, fuck it, I'm next. And I'm like, oh my God, fuck. And then Dave Chappelle gets on stage and he goes, I don't know who that Deric nigga was, but his credits are terrible. and everybody in the room dies, and even I'm dying. And then he starts like giving me advice on, like, it's so funny. I mean, Dave Chappelle, he doesn't know. He's just like, hey, Deric, you can't let niggas bring you up like that. And I'm like, Bro, you think I fucking told that nigga to say that shit? Like, there's 2 people in the belly room. He's just thinking we're goofing off.
Yeah.
And he's bringing me up. He's not thinking anything, but obviously I'm not mad. It's just like, so I'm listening to Dave Chappelle and, whoop de whoop. And then I leave, right? Because I'm like, I got to go back to work. I'm parking cars in the lot. So I got to go back to work. I'm like, well, I lost my spot, I guess. And then somebody comes and runs and gets me. And they're like, yo, Deric, Dave is asking for you. He's looking for you. And I go, what? And I come back up and I go, yo, what up? You were looking for me? I go, what up, Dave? You were looking for me? And he goes, damn, wait, are you black? I go, yeah, nigga. And he goes, damn, nigga, well, if I'd have known that, I'd have let you go on stage. Shit. And then we start laughing. Bro, it's one of the best moments of my life that we're laughing. Like, he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's and then he told me, he said, well, you sit up here and you wait, and I'm going to make it hard for you. They made it hard for me, young nigga. I'm going to make it hard for you. You're going to have to follow this. And I was like, bro, do your thing, go. That's why I said something like that. I said, do your thing, king or champ or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. The room is also now sold out. Sold out, bro.
It went from empty to sold out in 4 seconds.
2 people sold the fuck out. Probably maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. There's like now maybe 60, 70 people in the belly room. You know what I'm saying? And he's killing. I'm just watching him killing. He kills for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Marlon Wayans comes in. He's still fucking with me too. Like, he still knows I'm in the room. Like, he's bringing me up and he's talking to me every once in a while. I can't believe this is happening. I'm so nervous because I'm also like,
yeah, I'm
fucking next, dog. Holy, he's gonna bring me up at some point. Marlon Wayans comes in the room. He completely forgets I'm there. He starts having so much fun with Marlon Wayans. They start going back and forth. He kills for like another hour, 30 minutes from when Marlon came in, like another hour, 30 minutes. And then he just drops the mic when he's done and like drops the mic and then like hits the exit door,
And then leaves.
And he leaves. And it's like, I couldn't run on stage and great. You know what I mean? It'd be so fucking weird. Most of the people like Marlon Wayans, they'd have been like, he wasn't there for that. So he'd be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was over, but that's one of my favorite
so
moments of all time at the Comedy Store, man. That's one. I got a million, dog.
It's funny. One of my favorite moments is with Dave Chappelle too, and I've told this story a bunch, but it's worth telling again. I was hosting sold out main room for Monarch on like a Thursday. And
you used to kill those, bro. You killed those shows.
Thank you, bro.
It was so great following you.
And then Dave Chappelle pops his head in the green room. I've said it before, but it's fucking worth telling again. He's like, hey, mind if I go up? And we're just like, yeah, dude, you're Dave. And then he's so nice and kind. He goes, hey, I'm Dave. And I'm like, shakes my hand. I go, I know who the fuck you are. And then it was Judd Apatow was next. And then Dave, Judd Apatow was supposed to be next. And then Dave goes to Judd Apatow like, do you want to go next or would you like me to go next? And Judd's like, I'll go next. Like, what are you, crazy? And Judd was supposed to do like 20 minutes. And he's always working his shit out. He always has his notebooks, So now I'm emceeing the show, hosting. And then it's Dave with his entourage. And it's Dave, Post Malone, John Mayer, and a wrestler dude.
Jesus
and
Christ.
I am so dumb, I'm not into the new hip hop, that I didn't even know who Post Malone was. And I knew he had gold and tattoos on his face. I was like, I know you're somebody, And he was the nicest dude ever. And if I could describe him, he looked like a kid in a candy store. He's just like this, like just happy.
But people love the Comedy Store.
It was so cool. Weird that this guy's a rock star and sells arenas around the world, but yet he was the visitor and respecting the Comedy Store. It was fucking surreal, and I knew that's what it was too. Because he's just like this is cool. And I'm like, you're fucking. I learned this afterwards. They're like, that was Post Malone, like rock star. I'm like, Tupac. Yeah. And then so Judd goes on, and then he's supposed to do 20, and I'm emceeing, and then it's Dave Chappelle, Post Malone, John Mayer, a wrestler, Monarch, and me, and they're smoking hash. And I'm at that time, I was like 5 years sober. And I was just like, I was at war in my head. I'm like, all right, you gonna hit this shit? You're not gonna hit this shit. I was like, you regret it the rest of your life. You're gonna hit this shit. And then now I'm like, I haven't smoked weed in 5 years, let alone hash, a fucking concentrate.
Yeah, about to get
and I'm
turned up.
emceeing, and I have to go out there. I'm just like, I'm gonna die. I was like, but I'm gonna do this. I was like, I don't care. I have to have this story. And then so the hash is getting passed around. I swear to God, like from a fucking movie, right as it's approaching me, I'm just like, and then Judd doesn't bail. He just does like 8-10 minutes. He does a short set because
he knows Dave.
He knows
he's trying to respect.
Yeah. He did what he was working on. He gets off, and I just run out there. I'm like, oh shit! I got saved by the bell. I got saved by Judd Apatow. Literally, I run out there. I do the little shit. I go, ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons this is the best comedy club in the world is because you get special guest drop-ins like the one we have tonight. I was like, please, fucking whatever, make it loud for Dave Chappelle. Instant standing ovation. I've never seen anything like that. Instant standing before he did anything. Just ah, and then Dave's in the green room smoking fucking hash, and he doesn't come out. And what was maybe 20 to 40 seconds, but felt like 14 hours, dude.
Oh, I bet.
I was just like this, like I was like, no, he's here. I swear to God, like I'm now like bargaining with them. They get like weird and then angry and then sit back down. He takes long enough for them to sit back down, and then finally he comes back out, and then another standing ovation. I was like, I fucking told you. I was just like, oh my God.
Yo, he's the GOAT, bro.
He's the shit, dude.
God, he's the fucking GOAT, man.
That's one of my cooler stories.
I saw the night, this is on the Instagram, but I was working the OR the night the Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle popped in back to back, but this was when I just loved it because Chris Rock brought him up like this, and I'll never forget it. So he goes up and he does like 45, Chris Rock, murders. And I mean fucking murders, bro. And he goes, all right, that's my time, Chris Rock. And he's like, now this next comic is the only comic, this next comic is better than me. There's only one comic better than me, though. I want y'all to know that. Only one. Dave Chappelle. And the crowd's like, ah! And then Dave did 30. Standing ovation, one of the hardest kills I've ever seen still to this day. Standing ovation, drops the mic, and then Rick Ingraham had to go get the mic and just bomb. And that was hilarious.
Yeah, good luck.
I had to watch Rick. And Rick Ingraham's one of my favorites, dog. He's a comedy store. He's a comedy store legend. But man, that was great watching him, bro. That shit. He had to try to get them just to turn around because they were like not only clapping for Dave, but like following him with their clap, like turning as he went to the back of the room.
Just in the show.
Oh God, bro.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, just call it quits.
Well, he popped up. Think about this. They popped in when Rick Ingraham was going up. Rick gets good time spots.
Yeah.
So it was like, the show was like, it was over. It was fun. But I'll never forget. But I love the comics who fucking stay and go up after that shit, bro, and take on that pressure. Because I've seen a lot of guys go up after Dave and fucking not get it done. You know what I'm saying? I've seen motherfuckers follow Dave and kill it too. So,
yeah.
That's what makes that dope. But, God, the comedy store, I'm trying to think of some other, like I seen, I remember one time Adam Sandler pulled in a lot and I got to chop it up with him. Parking the cars was the one thing because I got to chop it up with everybody. Name any motherfucking big comic and I got to like park their car and chop it up, bro. Like chopped it up with Adam Sandler, chopped it up with motherfucking, of course Joe Rogan a million times, and then but like Usher and J. Cole and oh my God, I had a long conversation with J. Cole one night when he pulled in the parking lot.
Dr. Dre.
I just took a picture of him, but man, that was fucking dope.
Yeah, one of the coolest moments was at the Improv. Was Adam Sandler dropped into the lab. For those of you that don't know, the Improv has the main room, which is dope and is fire. Then they have the lab, which is a possessed, horrible, void, black hole that no one gets any laughs ever in. And I mean, the best comics in the world. I don't know what is that. It's cursed. It's fucking cursed. Anyways, I probably have told the story, but it's worth telling again. Adam Sandler drops in, same shit like Dave Chappelle. Like, they're always the nicest dude. Hey, mind if I go up? And we're like, yeah, bro. Like, you fucking Adam Sandler. Like, you don't need to ask. Anyways, he goes up and he's just running new bits. He wrote down like on a napkin and he's just doing it in the middle of a fucking joke. He goes, Antonio. And it's the little, I say Mexican dude, Latino dude, Antonio. He's been at the Improv for like 30, 40 years. Like, decades. Him and Eddie have been there like, I think like 38 years or some shit. You know Antonio?
I know Eddie. I'm trying. If I see Antonio, I'm sure I see him.
The guy that's 100 years old that you go, you shouldn't be busting tables, bro.
Busting tables. Okay, yeah. I'm with it. My bad.
He's a bus boy and he's a legend. And Adam Sandler stops mid joke and goes, Antonio, is that you? And he goes, hey. And then the guy goes, hey, good to see you, my friend. And he's like, oh, how are you? And just has a conversation with Antonio. And Adam Sandler was friends from him before he came up and talked about, and it was just nuts. It's like the guy stops his act to talk to Antonio, and I'm just like, that was such a magical moment to where you're like almost crying, and you're just like, why am I almost crying? It was just beautiful. It was a beautiful human moment. Man, you're just like, that's why Adam Sandler is the fucking king. And continues to just kill it, even though, I love him to the day I die. I'll watch all his movies, but sometimes they're not the best, but it doesn't matter because he's that guy. He stops his act, to say hi to the busboy. That sounds weird, but
No, also, I mean,
that's what happened.
Yeah, I love it too because it's like it shows that man how cool stand up is.
A genuine moment of love and appreciation for another human being. Hey, thanks for watching this clip right here. Aren't I funny? My friends are funny. Keep clicking, liking, subscribing right here for more. Click.